And we're back, guys, for the review here with RayApollo, guys. So without further ado, we're here doing a My Hero Chapter 260 review. Check out the reaction that you saw a bit before, but here we're doing the review coverage with RayApollo. So let's get straight to it. Ray, what did you think about the chapter?
This was a chapter where some of the stuff that we talked about last time did come true.
Yep,
other things have been confirmed not true, which is good, and I'm very happy about it. This was a good chapter overall. I was like, maybe we'll get that big bombshell. We didn't get the big bombshell yet, but I feel like it's about to go off real soon. So,
for me, I'm still waiting for the whole connection of chapter 258 ending cliff of the 3 month later and all the heroes disappear. That's what I'm waiting for, because we're still a month away where Chiraki hasn't awakening and everything. The doctor seems to be alive, and when we're discussing behind the scenes before recording, saying that we see the doctor dying, we see Mirko dying, which kind of sad because I like the bunny girl aspect, because one of my favorite characters when I was young was Bugs Bunny, and to see this type of bunny girl aspect, which she kept rampaging and dipping just to head to the doctor. So I freaking gotta admit her, she just kept hopping around, and that was really dope.
I mean, I feel like that's the power of one of Endeavor's, like, right hands, like she works with Endeavor constantly. So I'm like, of course she's good. So I was like, all right, this is lit.
It's also known that she's also one of the top 10 heroes as well. Like, I think she's top. I think she's number. Was she number?
Was she number 4 or 5?
Yeah, she was pretty like within the top 5.
I just know she's top 10.
5.
I don't know what number, so don't even ask me. I just know she's top 10.
And now we see her why she earns her place and earns her rank, because she can go crazy. She can go rampaging everywhere.
Yeah,
and
she's good.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say, and plus give highlight to President Mike. I love how President Mike gave his voice, gave his reason, and gave his scream and asking him, "What you piece of trash?" Like, he gave it because he found out in chapter, I think 255, about his friend being used as a normal.
She's number 5, by the way. Rabbit Hero. She's number 5.
Okay, yeah.
She's number 5.
I knew she was top 5, but
yeah. So just so we go through that list so people know, I think. Actually, no. This might not be the right list, but I think she's number 5. So we'll go with that.
Okay.
All right. So, but with President Mike, the way he felt to actually give his hatred to the doctor and to actually say, like, what did you do this for? All what has done, and like he really resents him a lot. For to finding out a couple of chapters ago with Eraserhead as well, to find out about his old friend. So that really hurts him a lot, himself a lot.
Well, yeah, that causing a great effect in the emotional level and everything else. But it's not just his own friend; it's also the many medical people, the hospitals, the patients that were brought into the morgue, turned into a nomu, and be experimented on and all that stuff. Because what's the point? And the doctor with this quirk that we're not 100% sure yet. It could be like cultivating quirks or harvesting quirks.
So the way
they
describe it though is that he harvests and cultivates quirks. They said that he might have given himself a regeneration quirk because on file there's no known quirk of the doctor. So we could I think it's safe to assume that he's given himself some quirks, or All for One gave him some quirks.
That's the best assumption. It's kind of what happened to Deku. Like he was technically raised, born quirkless. Just like also the doctor as well was also probably born quirkless. So maybe most likely he gave himself a quirk to like Deku just got the All for One, and he probably got a quirk for One for All, stuff like that. So maybe that could probably be it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna assume it's the regeneration one. Regeneration is his actual quirk. It's just the cultivation and the harvesting is the different technology that he's using. Is what I'm assuming.
And
just gross.
I feel like I'm happy to say use that from like more like maybe parts of him can actually regenerate too. Maybe he puts that into his patients. That's how he goes into experiment mode or something like that.
Maybe, but so I don't think he makes everybody into a nomu. But like, as you see in his lab there, he's got like hundreds of thousands of quirks just there, which is nuts.
He literally does it like, and I wonder how does he tube it? Like, does he tube it like in a cold DNA tube, or how does he do it? Like, I'm really curious about that.
So there's one panel in there where it shows like little like samples of, I think, like DNA or blood that are there.
It looked like chip. It looked like chips to me. Like
almost
like all the rectangle squares.
Yeah,
It does look like that. But also, I want to give 2 shout out things for one, for Ray being right that the doctor was twice last week, because he did say that was most likely twice. And we also saw the creepy Johnny with the Jordans. So I was like, oh, creepy Johnny. That's
and Johnny's dead. Did you see that?
Johnny ain't
Johnny's
walking
dead.
again.
Oh
Johnny
shit,
ain't
you're
walking
right.
again.
Rabbit Hero killed her. Killed him. Yeah.
I didn't notice that on the door because
Johnny ain't walking again.
Oh, he ain't walking, he ain't talking, he ain't being creepy no more.
So yeah, when Rabbit Hero smashed through that wall, like that wall falls on Johnny, and Johnny's out.
I
so
see it.
No more. He can't escape now.
And that's why I feel like Shigaraki is gonna wake up early. He's gonna kill both of them at least, because he's like, well, he can't get out, so what's gonna happen?
Do you think that Shigaraki is being awoke by the doctor, or do you think he's waking up himself?
I think he's waking up himself.
I think he has to wake up himself, because even the doctor is like, it's too early. I can't wake him up yet. The least I can do is
remember, what he wanted to do was he wanted to teleport Shigaraki and himself out of there. Is what he wanted. Which is crazy, because he was just saying about how important this place was, but that's how important he thinks Shigaraki is at this point to be
his
finished.
Whole entire life work is going to be there,
and he was willing to just bounce, because he's like, Shigaraki's the most important thing. I got to get out of here, but can't do that now. So I'm like, either is he gonna like take a whole bunch of quirks and buff himself up and try and fight them, or is Shigaraki gonna wake up and do it himself? I'm really curious to see where it goes. But like we talked about before we got started, I really do think it's gonna go. They're actually gonna leave. He's gonna leave this spot for a bit, and he's gonna go to where Hawks is and kind of flesh that out a little bit more, and then come back to this.
Yeah, because we also know about the heroes in the mountains, where Deku and them is, and where is the Mr. Ninja Goo, Esha, right? His name? Esha.
Yep.
So we need to know what they're doing, and also Hawks, but we also know in the streets of Knucklebuster, I think is the one that came to the guy and grabbed him. So I want to see how the interaction. I want to see that conversation.
Yeah, that was Death Arms.
Yeah, Death Arms. So I really want to see that conversation, like continue the awkwardness to know that he's just got fucking like, damn it, how do they know? So I really want to see that conversation happen. Most likely we're not going to get it, because probably that's not the main key to showing this arc. But I hope we get something like that, where a lot of the heroes that kind of betray the hero society, get that conversation where they know that they just got F and they chose the wrong side. So I really hope that we get that small, 2 pages type of interaction.
Yeah. So wait a minute.
Observing this entire, like the panels that's the doctor was moving and stuff like that, and we know that he's just following in line because where Johnny is. Because I'm not too sure what's the thing that's attached to Johnny is what's also connected to Shigaraki, I'm guessing. So that when he used the teleport, he could teleport both Shigaraki and the doctor, whoever, together.
I mean, really, it just looked like it was a leash. Because remember, he said, Johnny, your walk's over. So he was just letting Johnny walk around on a leach.
Oh, that is true. He did say your walk is over.
Around everything.
So
and we've always seen him always next to the doctor, too. The doctor always carries him with him.
But that's a long leash, because...
But you're right. It could be connected to Shigaraki's take. It's like he's sharing his quirk with him. Maybe.
From all the other panels and all the experiments they're all connected through a pipe, it seems to be. And one of these pipes also connects to Johnny as well. Maybe he can also freely choose, like, all right, choose this experiment, this experiment, this one, and then we're gonna get the hell out. Everybody else, it's fine, whatever. We're moving on. And another panel, what interested me more when we saw Shigaraki in his tube, remind me of the My Hero movies. Like the doctor was experimenting in his trailer where we see this guy that's a Nomu. Apparently, like, this looks exactly the same image.
Are you talking about the new one coming out this month for the US? Or
yeah,
are you talking
they
about
call
the old
him
one?
9. Yeah, the new villain. 9.
I can't really say, because I haven't really watched the trailers much, because I don't want to be spoiled. So I can't really agree to that.
I mean, I just did it by image, because like we know that he was in one of the tubes in the doctor, and it's giving me that since the movie was technically supposed to be ending of the series, but I guess he said he did mention he was going to change up the entire story in general, but I did like the whole vision, like the imagery of everything of how it was supposed to come together. Like,
I mean, it's really well drawn. I give you that.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
great. By the way, I have to correct my mistake from earlier. So I was confusing Kamiji with Bunny Hero in the beginning. but because I know we're going to go back to Kamiji, who's working with the students here in a bit.
Yeah. Because this is a miracle. And I think she's just she is in a different agency. I think she has her own, or she works.
She has her own. She's pro hero. Yeah, she's on her own. We haven't seen her very often. Like we've only seen, so we've seen her currently. We've seen a picture of her in the intro. Was at the outro for My Hero currently, like as a younger version of herself.
You probably know that more than us.
I think
haven't even watched any.
I think it's the outro. I think she's currently in the outro. So we've seen a younger version of her there, and then we've seen her in the rankings, which you'll get to in the anime soon. But that's it. We haven't really seen much of her. This is the first time we've seen her in action, and she's badass.
And that sucks to know that if this is her arc, that she dies as well. Like, we get introduction of how she fights, who she is, and then she dies. I'm like, damn.
I mean,
that would suck. That's
quick.
Have you heard of Attack on Titan?
Oh no, but yeah. So
you're right.
Hopefully not. But yeah, she's on a warpath to get to the doctor. So
I'm
glad that she was there for that.
I had to give props to her. She's great where she just comes in, balls blazing, hopping around, go in. She reminds me of some type of what's Bugs Bunny girlfriend? Forgot her name?
Lola,
thank you.
Yeah,
she's like Lola, but the adult version badass. That's what reminds me of right now, because she just goes in and literally took out all the normals, kicks them out, took out the heads and everything. That's freaking a rush. That was awesome.
I want to take a moment to say, like, just some of these panels
are well drawn.
Horror cultures, like the expressions on all the characters' faces are nuts. They're so well done. Oh my god!
Is like,
I mean, and for a minute I was like, oh man, they're gonna have to worry about all those Nomu, and then Bunny Hero took out all of them, at least the ones that were downstairs and not upstairs. But yeah, these expressions are crazy. So like page, what is it, 8? If you look at page 8, the expressions on that page.
With the doctor and like
so with Doc and Aizawa. Mercy. So Aizawa's eyes in that picture, he's like, "Yo, I'm here."
Oh yeah, he said, "This is our payback." And Aizawa was amazing. The doctor's mouth, his whiskers and his mustache and everything is freaking awesome. The details to the sweat, to the face, his old age and everything, it's freaking amazing.
Yeah, but I don't know. I really do think they caught him off guard. I don't think that they knew. I really don't think that they knew.
Like he know at all.
No. He did say it. He did say, how could they have known that I've let my double handle everything while I've been occupied with Tomorrow, Shigaraki, my master? Like he himself was shocked. Like there's no way how they know everything. So I mean, that's definitely a shock.
I think that means Hawks got one over on him, which is good. But I'm like, when's the other shoe gonna drop? What did they get over on us? Since they got one over on the heroes got one over on the villains. What are the villains gonna get over on the heroes?
So, I mean, the hero, like Hawks did mention, we have to make our move first, or else we don't. We're gonna lose right there. So
which is good.
Their shoe is much stronger. Their shoe is much worse.
We hope so. I mean, like we hope that this was them really getting that advantage. But definitely. I feel like it's still not going to end well. I think they prevented the worst from happening, but something bad's still about to happen.
Yeah, especially when the doctor, the twice doctor Nomu thing says like, so organism replicated by the double quirks aren't nullified by erasure. That's troubling when it comes to the Nomus that are being doubled by the clones and everything. That means Aizawa can't like take him away. It's gonna have a hard time like disintegrating them by himself, which is bad. We know how powerful Twice's ability with these Nomu's abilities are.
Oh hell yeah!
And Ray predicted this, and this is too crazy. This is gonna be even more indestructible, where you can't take away their quirk. You can't be erased. Now you have to literally like cut them up or like shoot them up or anything. It's
crazy. I remember when I said that when they determined that what they finally gave us what Twice's ability was. Twice is one of the strongest people in this universe right now.
The Hirokoshi is using every extent of his best abilities and his best way to do cloning, like the Twice ability, and it's fantastic. This is the best way to use a clone abilities.
Yeah, I know. I think it's one of the. I feel like it's one of the best uses of a clone ability I've seen in a long time. Like this is a true cloning ability.
This is not like basic Naruto shadow clone where poof after one hit disappear and anything. This it's full extent multiple.
This times
clones,
10 better.
Fully solid, and if it gets hit, it turns to a slime. But it was a physical, like a real physical person attack. Almost.
I mean, which let's not downplay Shadow Clone Jutsu, because Shadow Clone Jutsu was nuts in its own way.
Of course.
So I mean, But this is the thing where he can copy a person and all of their abilities, which is crazy.
And all you need to do is just literally just touch you, know your size and everything, and it would be a complete clone, perfect clone. You can't tell.
I just can't wait to see the other things on the others commanders improve their, show their light as well. Toga, Dabi, and the commanders show what they have done and what they have improved themselves, because we have only seen a 1%, 2% maybe even of this arc, and I just can't wait to see it more, because it's gonna be scary for the heroes and the villains either side. Nobody's winning here. Some people will lose, but it depends on perspective who won at the end. So I really can't wait. So on my end, I'm not just to say, how about you guys? Any more thoughts, last minute theories?
I'm ready for the other shoe to drop. Like, this is kind of like, I feel like this is the first blow. And now that this has happened, it's just kind of going to be a big snowball downhill from here.
Yeah, like from what they can do right now, it's either have one more chapter with Endeavor and the Pro Heroes there, and then we switch to Hawks, or we can switch to Hawks now, see what's going on in that story. See if they got alerted, if they know anything, if the hospital being attacked, because literally the first page from this chapter, it shows the locations of the hospital and the Gunga Mountain Villa from both 80 kilometers apart. And
yeah, he made a point to tell us how far apart they are.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why did you do that? I want to know why.
So I'm thinking it's going to go back and forth of different perspective, different what's going on from that side during the same time, and never in the Pro Heroes are jumping or taking over the hospital. We don't know like what's Hawks and the Mountain doing, like what's happening in that side.
So now we know why Tokoyami's at the villa. Tokoyami's got to fight Hawks.
That'd be sad. That would definitely be sad if that happens.
I think that's why, because Tokoyami is there, and if I remember correctly, Tokoyami is there at the villa. Yep, I mean, that's why he's there.
It'd be good an emotional fight, but of course, it's just so that Hawks can see how much have you improved after 2 years or 3 years of being in my agency. Even though I wasn't working in the agency for the last year with you, but hopefully you've improved on your own, where you surpassed me and you can be a great hero in that sort of way.
Yeah.
Because Hawks, he can't blow his cover, and he doesn't know if the villains know that he's a double agent, and they're just playing him and buying their time and whatnot. But I think after the hospital being ambushed and being taken a doctor, I think that's the first sign where the villains know, okay, he is the traitor, because no one else knows these locations and this placement of the doctors except for him, and he seems to be the most talkative face guy. Pro hero is the most logical choice that they would believe that it's him already.
Agree.
Right now.
Agree.
Yeah. So I guess on the next theory that has to come true for my theories to have been 100% correct so far is that Kamiji, who was with the students, is Toga. That's the next thing.
So let's see what happens with chapter 261 next week, guys. It definitely will be an interesting one, a banger one. Let's see what happens with the art. It continues being great. Definitely give us a comment section down below what your thoughts about it in the comment section below. And where can they find you, Ray?
Oh, you can find me everywhere. It's your boy RayApollo, RayApollo. Look for me on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We'll have a good time.
And you can also find him here on the podcast and do my hero reactions of the anime on a weekly basis. Other than that, guys, you know where to find us. Check us out in the description down below, our social media or outlets. Other than that, guys, take care. Tell you guys next time.
Peace.